Hi everyone, I am Styleboy, and today we are talking about this little bad boy, our sunflower lanyard. Whoop bam. Whoop. That was so satisfying. Basically, today we're talking about the sunflower lanyard. What it is, who it's made for, the pros and the cons of it also, and just kind of getting in depth about it. So for those who don't know what it is, prepare to be learned. Prepare for your brain to expand. And for those who do know what it is, just like my personal experience about it, because I've had this for about 3 months, and I just want to discuss my experience about it. So let's get on to it. The first thing is, what is the sunflower lanyard and who is it made for? Now, for those who don't know, because I did not realize that many people didn't know what it is, what this is basically that you can wear this around public and you just put it on like this, and it's to tell people that you have a hidden disability. So the aim of this from the sunflower lanyard scheme is to basically show to the world that you do have a hidden disability so they can be more empathetic, understanding, and hopefully have accommodations or discuss with you certain accommodations so they can make your experience more comfortable, or so that at least they just understand and be like, okay, like I might need to see it on the train, for example, because of X, Y, and Z. So this is international, so this isn't just for the UK, this can be worn, I think, all over the world, yeah, which is pretty sick. So some of these disabilities class as Alzheimer's, asthma, some chronic illnesses like Crohn's disease, diabetes, some neurodivergence like autism, dyslexia, ADHD, basically like so many more. Now, I know that you can get these, I think you can get them from the website. This is where it gets confusing as heck. I got mine for free, and I think you can get them for free from a shopping center. But when I looked on the website, it's £9, which I already have problems with because what the why is it so much money? Yeah, okay, granted it is under a tenner, and for like accessibility, like I guess that's good, but like also why does it cost? This is what I hate about when you get older and you have a disability, that like everything becomes limited, unresourceful, and expensive. And granted, yeah, I know under a tenner doesn't seem like a lot of money, but I don't know, I feel like shouldn't it be like under 5 or even free? I want to talk about my experience as a neurodivergent person. So let's get into that experience. Let's go through the pros and the cons of it. Firstly, let's obviously start with the positive. So number 1, it makes at least me feel more comfortable to be autistic, especially in public, because I have this on. So there's certain things that I always feel like bad for, which is really weird, but one of them is like having a seat on a bus or a train. Of course, if there's like someone who physically cannot stand, I'm obviously gonna be like, take my seat. But if it's like I'm on the train and I really need the seat, like because it's rush hour, because I'm just sensorily overwhelmed, or because I've had such a long day and I'm just exhausted and I just really need a seat, it makes me feel more comfortable to sit down, makes me feel more comfortable to stim in public, and it makes me just, I in general feel like at ease off my shoulders. And I don't think it's because of others know this, it's just more because for me, having this on brings that like, I don't have to explain myself, I don't have to say anything, I can just like breathe out a little bit, like it's that breath out, which I think just feels good. So that's definitely number 1. Number 2, it lets others know, which is great. So now I've actually had other people who do recognize that like this is a thing. So I got offered this from work actually, like, would you like this? And I said yes, and I might just get one for free, actually this one. And I had another person who I've been like, nice for wearing that. I was like, thanks. And I also had a customer come up to me and be like, where did you get that? Because I really need one because of the certain disabilities that they have. And I was like, oh my god, yeah, like just get it down from there. I think it's really good just to have, I guess, open conversations about it, because then it puts you more at ease. Like it's not your responsibility to be like, oh, I have a hidden disability and always bring it up. You can literally just be like, this is it. Then if they ask you what it is, it brings up that conversation more easily. Number 3, for those who don't know what it is, because it's not wide known knowledge, it's actually a really good discussion point, so you can actually discuss it, because there are some people at work who just didn't know what it was and I was like, oh, what is that? And I just explained to them, and again, it brings up the conversation around disability a lot more easily, and makes, I think, puts a lot less stress on us to be like, oh my god, like saying I'm just have a disability or saying this, it can be stressful, okay? It can be a lot and overwhelming. So it's just nice to have this kind of by your side and to be like, whew, I can breathe. I think they're the main pros though. Now the cons. 1, it's not the most aesthetically pleasing, I must say. Okay, it's just not my style. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, like, these sunflowers just look like you just got them from, like, Google Sunflower PGN. And this green, this is damn green. I don't wear this shade of green, so I'm just like, it's not the most aesthetic, and I wish there was definitely more options, a bit more prettier, whether it was like a pin. Secondly, the fact that it's a lanyard also really sometimes like for work I'm like, okay, I'm like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna wear this for work. Like, and I do keep it in my pocket if I'm out also, or keep it in my bag. Again, it ain't that cute when I'm like in the middle of out and I feel like I'm almost like a school teacher, or I'm at work, or that like I'm about to sign into a library because I'm a uni student. I don't know. It just gives me the vibe of like academia versus like you're about to go to a conference versus like wearing it out and about. Maybe that's my connotation, but if you want my honest pros and cons, this is my honest pros and cons. Now one that matters a bit more than aesthetics, because I know half of you are not concerned about that. Not everyone knows about it, so it doesn't necessarily stop things. It can definitely help. Like, again, I've definitely experienced people being a lot more empathetic, or at least I feel like they are, but there's still people who are still going to be annoying as fuck. People who are going to be ableist or just really fucking weird. I literally wore this the day that I'm filming this. It was yesterday, and I had like a customer touch me, not in like a sexual way, just like kind of in a passive aggressive way, because I was behind a product. She's like, that's not very good of you, and she touched here and I freaked out. Like, I was spiraling. I tried to calm myself down, but she kept on being in the area, and then she filmed the disrespect, so I had to go to the back. It's like, do people really like not know? And I guess that's the con of people not knowing, is that they'll just continue doing it like it's nothing. Granted, she could just be a Karen. That's giving major Karen energy, right? I get that's a con, I have to be honest. And I think thirdly, that not everyone knows. In the other vein of that is that you feel like you kind of still have to be an educator, which I have very mixed opinions on, because as much as like I love doing this on YouTube and I love talking about these experiences, my main reason isn't to educate people. Yeah, of course I do, but my main reason is to connect with other queer neurodivergents, because despite us being very common, it feels like we've never been connected, and I've never seen myself neurodivergent, so that's why I'm doing this. And so sometimes it can be honestly just a little bit tiring to have to constantly explain, this is why I wear this and this is why I do this. Now I want to get into my overall thoughts. Now granted, I already had this for 3 months, I've not had this for a year, so maybe my opinions will change. I think it's been pretty helpful, if not for others, at least for myself. It brings me more ease, it makes me feel more calm, it makes me feel at least I can be autistic more, and I can be respected as an autistic person in society, because I can literally just be like, okay, I have this, I feel comfortable to sit down, I can just easily be like, I'm autistic, ma'am, like whatever. At least not for others, for myself. And it brings up the conversation around disability, which I think is really important and relieves the stress or the pain of me having to bring up that I have a disability. Like, this does the work for me, and the person who's talking to me can do that. So I would recommend it, and if you can get it, definitely do. Feel free to wear it whenever and if ever you want to, because to me, I think you should have that freedom to do so. Please do subscribe. We've got so much more autism content coming up, so please be excited. I shall see you guys next week with a video that I'm honestly really excited to film. Bye!